Welcome back, everybody. As you can see behind me, we are still dealing with a bunch of pop-up thunderstorms and rain. So needless to say, I'm not overworking on the house. Just got done doing some property cleanup, but now we're going to focus on something I include every single year. I can't believe it's already the start of my first food plot. Man, the summer's flying by, y'all. All right, so out here's where I planted sorghum last year. I've been experimenting. Normally I do brown top millet out here for doves, but man, the doves just have not shown up the last couple of years. So last year I experimented with some sorghum, and let me tell you something. It come up pretty good, but it did not benefit the birds like I thought. Hardly no doves showed up. It's just been the norm. Believe it or not, the turkeys didn't even really show up. There was some quail out here, but to my surprise, the deer absolutely loved it. While I don't think they're eating the seed and seed heads, they love the taller cover that it gives. I caught them bedding up in it all the time, and I had more deer on this property than I've ever had in the, 12 years I've owned it. I harvested 3 deer last year. That's about the most I would ever want to take off this property, but at times I literally would have 15 deer out here in front of me at any given time. I could have easily limited out on the property last year. So because it is somewhat beneficial to the birds and other game, and the deer seem to love just being out in it, not to mention it's pretty affordable, well, that's what we're gonna do in this episode. Now's the time to plant it, to have some seed ready for dove season in September, assuming they show up. If they don't, that's fine. We'll leave it standing and let the deer just get all out in it like they did last year. This rain is no good for mowing. I don't like mowing in the rain. It's really about the only time I got, but I'm thankful to get it to soften this soil up for the disc. Hopefully it doesn't rain much harder than this, or I'm gonna have to knock off for a little while. Can really dial in and control my seed flow, plus this keeps me from having to disconnect the disc off the tractor, go hook up to the fertilizer spreader on the tractor, which is not the easiest thing in the world to hook up, run out, spread, then come back and have to rehook all that up. No, 2 pins, this is on so quick and easy. Now if I was going to be putting out a pile of seed, or say 1,000 pounds of fertilizer, a couple thousand pounds, this is definitely not the right choice. All right, if you're not familiar with sorghum seed, there it is. Each one of those is capable of making a plant. They can make a huge seed head. This is why I don't need but 2 bags to do several acres. I'll broadcast this out to about 20 to 25 pounds an acre. That's plenty good. I did it super thick last year, which gives you a thick stand, but the plants don't grow very big. And I'd like to get some taller plants this year with bigger seed heads. That's why I'm going a little light on my broadcasting. come to the house to get a drink because I'm gonna spread some more seed. And I just took Ruger for a run. He's done cooled off and he goes nuts when we pull out this four-wheeler or the golf cart. He wants to run so bad he can't stand it. But it's hot, but he wants to go on his second run for the day. He does this every single afternoon. He's got to go for a run. You ready? You excited? You want to go? Yeah? You want to go for a run? You want to go for a run? Yeah. All right, let me tell y'all something. Not a sponsored video. Ever since we put him on the farmer's dog a while back, we decided to do that because he had such bad skin conditions. He was getting overweight, and we were buying $90 a bag, top of the line, like granulated dog food, and his skin wouldn't clear up, and we were buying stuff just for that. So we put him on the farmer's dog. Yeah, it's expensive. We don't have any children. He has lost about 10 to 15 pounds. His energy's come back. His skin is completely cleared up. And we've had him on this for probably 10 months now. His coat's clear. Everybody just keeps bragging. Like, we made the right choice doing that. We did. Not sponsored. My goodness, I wish they would sponsor us. I'd take that sponsorship in a heartbeat because we love that product so much. But you see how frisky and fast he is? He just keeps getting faster and faster and faster the more weight he loses. And he's about to turn 4, by the way, so not like he's a puppy, he's middle-aged. All right, since I was a little light on the sorghum, I decided I'm gonna do something I did years and years ago, like 11 years ago, just after we bought the property. I just bought cheap bags of sunflower seeds, which this is what we feed our chickens, by the way. Not like this is some Roundup Ready, high dollar, $250 a bag, seed. I don't buy that mess. And I'm gonna throw little sunflowers out there. I planted them way too thick the year that I planted them, but even planting the cheap seed, they came up. We had some beautiful pictures, but the grass did overtake them. I guess that's the benefit of buying Roundup Ready seed, but I really don't want nothing to do with that. So we're gonna sprinkle some black oil sunflower seeds out there. This is just food grade stuff, and see if we get some beautiful sunflowers. I don't care if there's just a few that come up or quite a few. The dove love them. The deer actually love them. They'll eat the leaves and stuff off the stalks. I've experienced that before. So might as well throw a little extra seed out since we're light on the sorghum. We could wind up with a beautiful food plot this fall. It's getting late, and I'm supposed to be grilling and cooking supper tonight. But I've told Tiffany, we're gonna eat a little late because I got so much to do tomorrow. I don't need to be tilling in this seed. So I've got my disc set up to where it'll lightly cover seed, and then I got my roller packer back behind it because I welded a hitch onto my, I thought I'd seen a deer out here. But I welded a hitch onto my disc back there, so I'm just gonna lightly cover the seed, pack it in at the same time, and we're good to go. And I don't really think I gotta say let's pray for some rain this time, because they're calling for a pile of rain the next several days, thanks to a Gulf system. That's actually a tropical storm now, I believe, that's kind of moving through, and we're getting rain off of it. All right, let's get after it. There's already birds everywhere, crows, stuff eating seeds. I just run up some dove. It's crazy how quick things find tilled soil and come to it. Now all that little guy cares about is eating grasshoppers. I've literally seen them eat snakes, mice. They'll fit anything down their throat. Now, I'm not going to fool with this right now. This is going to be brown top millet later. It's too early to plant that. That's why I'm leaving this one weird strip. I'm just planting from here over. Well, you can see what I'm covering up. Sorghum seed, actually even a little thicker than I want. Some sunflowers. And y'all, I can't brag enough. Lightly running a disc with this setup on my little homemade multi-packer right here. Oh my goodness, does it work so well. Like, I don't see any seed left over. Well, I lied, look, there's a sunflower. Oh no, that's a beetle. Okay, there's one sorghum seed. We'll plant it. Now with that said, I'm totally expecting some seed to be left over. That's just the way this stuff works out, but it does such a good job. We just started with a nasty, and I mean nasty field yesterday. This is 2 days I've spent playing on this. Yes, and I feel super guilty for doing it, but this is something I love. This is the whole reason I dreamed about owning property, having things like this, dreamed about having a tractor since I was a kid, and land to play on. Y'all, the older I get, I know I don't typically talk about this type of stuff. I look back on the last 20 years of my life to where I have worked. I've never had a job where I've taken weekends off, and I still don't even currently do that now. I've had jobs to where I've worked hundreds of hours a year, overtime, 4 to 12s, midnight shift work, you name it. I've owned my own businesses where I worked 7 days a week, paid my employees more than I made at times. And the older I get, I'm looking back like Tiffany and I has killed ourselves over the last 20 plus years. At one point in time, working 5 jobs between the both of us at one time. We've paid our property off, we've bought some nice things, we've dug ourselves out of debt, and I'm asking myself, why am I still working 6 and 7 days a week? Which I still want to do, if I'm honest with you, but why am I not getting out here and playing a couple days a year, putting in food plots, living my childhood dream? Why am I not taking a little time to go do a little fishing? It's been on my mind a lot here lately. We've talked about this a lot on the live streams, but I'm trying to get myself, since we've worked so hard to get out of debt, pay some things off. Yes, we still have debt. No, we're not rich. I know people think that. We're absolutely not. This is why I work 6 and 7 days a week. But I need to start taking more time to enjoy stuff like this, tilling land, enjoying God's green earth, things that we're blessed with. Take a little time to do a little fishing and make some content like this. Yeah, I guess I'm still working, recording, but I'm having fun doing this. And I promise you, I won't make a dime on this video. I'm going in the hole making this video, but I like to record it and included, even though I lose money making this type of content, because I know some of you are dreaming about the day that you can have land or a tractor and do some fun stuff like this. I was there not long ago, and it took us forever to dig out the hole that we did to realize how life works. Yeah, experience comes with getting older, doesn't it? And to have something like this, and I want y'all to live vicariously through us. Some of y'all are way ahead of us. Some of y'all are behind us. Some of y'all are dreamers. I was just a dreamer not long ago. Don't give up hope. Work hard. Not long ago, I was dreaming of having a few acres, and here we are blessed with almost 50 acres. Man, yeah, we're super blessed. So I'm gonna wrap it up. It's gonna take me until probably after dark to cover up all this seed. Then I gotta rush up there and start cooking. So I think we're gonna wrap this video up here. I hope and pray that I've got Ruger out here, Tiffany, some good close friends and family, and we're harvesting some animals and dove and stuff off this property here in just a few months. Whether you agree with hunting or not, it's one of the main reasons we have this property. Eventually gonna have cows. We've already got chickens and other stuff. We harvest wild game, and I just love working the land. I really do. So thank y'all for hanging out with us. We feel super honored and blessed to have all that we do. A big part of it was us busting our butts, and you know what? A big part of it's because you take the time to watch and support our channel. We do want to recognize that. We thank you so much. We'll catch you on the next one.